Welcome to the BIRA Clash. I'm AJ. That's AJ. AJ, it's going to be a clash. These cars are going to be clashing a lot, I assume, because it's a random start and it's a 25-lap race, so they're going to be going from the start. So, yeah, let's get right into it. What are your expectations for this race?
There are only like 9 cars really. So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be interesting, but like I don't know. There's just so little cars. I
Yeah.
I mean it's
I
gonna
think
be
that having a
interesting.
partner is going to be important, you know?
Yeah.
And how fitting. Valentine's Day was like yesterday, and today is going to be a day where getting coupled together with somebody else is going to be more important than it usually would be because there's not as much draft to save you,
Yes,
right?
definitely. I agree. I agree.
Yes. Now, AJ, you've raced in a lot of plate races. So tell me, what is your strategy if you're in this race?
If I'm in this race,
Yes.
stay in the back really. I don't really want to be up front at the start. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it is a good idea to get position at the beginning, but like I don't think that the front per se is very safe.
Great pacing
So
going.
so as we get through the race, okay. As we get through the race, I think you should be a bit more aggressive. Um Definitely within the last 5 laps,
Yeah.
you need to go. It is
Yeah.
go time at that point.
And as we see guys going through the grass for some reason,
Five
I
wide.
do think, AJ, it's going to be very important. I think early you want to just be avoiding wrecks, you know? Like, usually in plate races on NR and Race Room, I just lay back. I just sit at the back. I used to do that on this game too. I just sit at the back until like 5 to go because you want to have time to react to that big one. You don't want to get caught up in it. And, you know, if you get caught up in it, you're going to be sent all the way to the back. And if you can, like, kind of. It's different, you know? If you're at the back on your own volition, it's different than being forced to the back, you know? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
psychologically. There's a brainy side of row racing. As stupid as that sounds to say that this takes any amount of brain power, it does. It really does. And psychologically, you can just get completely destroyed by working your tail off to get to the front and then getting taken out by a wreck. And this is a 9-car race, 25 laps. These guys are going to be going crazy right off the bat. So, AJ, I got to ask you, what's your pick?
I don't know, man. It could be anybody's race. Of course, with plate races. But I don't know. The person
No.
who I'm looking at is Trainwreck, who's starting 4th. I think he's gonna be up there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think Commander Remy, who leads the field to green right now. It's the BIRA Clash here on Jackal Racing Network. AJ, right off the bat, we have a little bit of a stack up at the back, and Commander Remy gets the lead. The 33 goes to the outside, unable to clear the 10. The 10 gets pushed down by the 58. It's going to come back up in front of him. 58 almost turns the 10, and right away we're seeing guys getting one line, AJ.
Yeah, this is abysmal. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's the first start. It's the start of the race. Okay, so people are trying to get in line, so they
Yeah.
chop down some laps until the very end when
And
we're gonna see a lot of racing.
we heard Matt talking about trying to change the package because he didn't like the rookie showcase, apparently. He did not enjoy it as a league owner. And as a league owner, I can agree because on this platform, if you're owning a league, you really just want to watch some kids race. Like, honestly, it's like your personal offline owner mode, you know? So if
I
you're bored,
agree.
you have to change things. So
Yeah.
I agree with Matt. I actually liked the race, though. I very much enjoyed the rookie showcase, but it was hard to form an outside line. And we're seeing right now Commander Remy gets out to a huge lead as the 58 backs up to the car behind him. That's the 38 machine of, I believe, somebody who isn't on my display. So that's nice. Good coding, man. Oh, it's Trainwreck. There we go. Yeah. And the 58 gets up to the 10 there and gives him a little nudge. I don't think these guys are going to try too early. I think early in the race, it's not the time for that. You know, you want to cause a wreck. You don't want to be the guy who causes 15 big ones during the clash. You know, you don't want to be that guy who causes a bunch of wrecks.
Yeah.
Like a certain driver for Petty GMS in the Cup Series. You know, you don't want to be that guy.
You don't really.
Although
Like,
if I woke up tomorrow and I was Ty Dillon, I'd be okay with it. Like, oh shit, I'm rich. Oh, we have a car spinning at the back. Oh, blow
well,
it
oh
over
my
into
goodness.
the wall hard. That's a hard lick. That's going to put him at the back of the field, and the caution will come out.
Choke, man.
Yep, that was a bad wreck for Shulk.
Yo, guys, remember Jackal Racing?
Yo, I don't remember Jackal Racing, actually. I've never heard of him. But yeah, big crash there for Shulk. He's concussed, actually. That's why he sent that message in chat, guys. Really, just a tough scene. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, you know? And hopefully we can get a replay of that big old wreck right there.
Here's a replay.
Here's a replay. At the back. Oh,
well, oh my goodness.
Just got spun over, turned upside down, started flipping on the fence there on the inside wall. That's just, you know, that's just plate racing. That happens sometimes. As we see Scorch Zero drifting at the back of the pack on the race back here, Commander Remy does lose the lead to the 38's Trainwreck. So Trainwreck will take the lead on the race back. And they're all going to come around and get behind the pace car here, and hopefully we can go green very quickly. I'm going to ask if there's going to be pit stops.
What is Scorch Zero doing? He's just backed into the... Oh,
I think he has to restart his game. He's talking about it in chat.
His car is now ghosted, I believe.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think
they're gonna have to go catch that thing.
I think it is. I'm not sure.
It's like a runaway horse, you know, a horse race truck.
Yeah.
You gotta send someone down to catch it. So hopefully they can reel that thing. Can we get the camera on that? Is it not on that already? Can we get the camera on the ghosted car? Where is it, AJ? I actually lost
I don't know. It maybe it's in the infield. I don't know.
We lost track. We have lost track of race cars.
We don't know where it is.
As you can tell by the fact we lost track of one of the cars.
Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is.
You're heading through the grass. Oh my goodness.
Big look.
Oh no.
Oh, back into the outside wall of the road course. It's actually taking. Oh, it's going down the International Horseshoe. Hey, get that back on the camera. It's doing a lap. And the camera operator is shaking his head no. That's Icky, the owner of Jackal Racing. It's very unfortunate that
catch Jackal Racing on the Jackal Racing network.
Yeah. And I'm the baby for real in that Pontiac Grand Prix. Is going to continue pacing as the pits will open. Everyone's going to peel off down pit road. And Scorch will get back in his car now that has done about... Actually, it went all the way through the infield. Pretty good car there. They all come great commentating. We're into the pit lane. In fact, we've lost track. A couple of guys missed their box.
Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness.
Zane gets to the back penalty for speeding. Oh, there it is. You know,
you're heading through the grass. Oh my goodness.
41 car overshoots his box as well. Very eventful pit cycle here. So Zane DeTrain's going to get a penalty for speeding. He also went through 8 boxes on the way to his box and 4 boxes on the way out of his box. But I think you can't. Can you accumulate penalties on pit road? We got the 09 going backwards.
I don't know.
Not good. Yeah.
Zane DeTrain just said, I low-key forgot how to row race.
I didn't know he ever knew.
I mean, that's debatable.
Dang. I love Zane. Zane is let's say, a consistent patron of my league, so I have to be nice to him. So, here we go. The leader now is going to be, after the pit cycle, the 38 car. Or sorry, the 38 car of Trainwreck. And AJ, you know what?
Yeah.
I suddenly have a tickle in my throat, so I think that on the restart we might shut up for a few minutes to let the viewers listen into these radio scanners. So we're gonna do that on the restart.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. I have a tickle in my throat, man. It'll be very nice to listen to these guys and to see how they go through on the radio channel. Now, of course, this restart is going to be the one time everybody's very clean, doesn't say anything that would get the channel demonetized, you know. It's very, very, very kosher. So here we go for the restart on lap 5 of 25.
Actually having a paint scheme on the pace car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a paint scheme on the pace car for last season too, but it's...
I mean, just in general. Most leagues don't.
Green flags out.
And ice. A little bit of a jump there.
Well,
Watch that in the future.
I mean, I didn't pass him at least.
You just said it was kosher. I feel so honored as a Jew.
It's all kosher, man. I need to start using that in more sentences, man. Kosher.
What sentences out? I want to know what sentences you intend on using that in, Matt.
Like something good happens, or like somebody does something and
Alright, welcome back to Jackal Racing Network. I'm AJ, that's AJ. We just got a little
Hello.
listen into the spotter and radio communications for these guys. Now, in road racing, you don't usually have a spotter, AJ. So tell me, how do you navigate traffic without really knowing where people are coming from, what's happening behind you? You got to keep your head on the swivel, but how do you actually work through these cars?
In this situation, I used to just zoom the camera all the way out so I could see everywhere around me. So, but that really never worked for me.
Yeah. As the 41 car tried to go to an outside line, that also really never works here, and that did not work. So everyone's still in a train, and still just right in the bottom. Now you'd think Zane the Train would be doing well due to his username, but he's actually currently in almost dead last as they fix the laps. And going to the outside here is the 20 machine. That is, sorry, Spectral Rancor to the lead. Makes a nice move there on the 38 car. Didn't really have much help there, AJ. Just kind of was able to cut down inside of him and take away the lead there. And you can do that with these cars. If you get a good enough run, you can actually make that move. The 38 car goes back to the outside. No help. 41's going to stay with the 20. 38 nearly hooks the 20, getting back in line. And that's going to be a lap led for Spectral Rancor. As following him is Joel... sorry, Trainwreck, followed by Joel Musa. Joel Musa goes to the inside of Trainwreck. Has a big run here, and he's got some help. The 20 car is going to have to come back down to block. He makes a mid-corner line change. And AJ, everyone hates following a guy who does that.
I mean, yeah, it's such a nuisance when somebody does that.
I mean, blocking like that, especially this early in the race, you're apt to get yourself turned, I think, AJ. Now, Joel Musa says he's going to help Remy. Now, that's going to be a little bit hard considering that Commander Remy is currently behind him. But Remy is able to get past the 38 as the 38 goes wide and takes a big chunk out of that wall. And now the 41 and the 10 are lined up, and those guys were talking about cooperating in chat, AJ. Now, when are you going to time the move? Because if you pull it at the wrong time, you're just going to lose spots. So when do you think is a good time to try and pull out and get around this 20 car?
I don't know. I mean...
And the 20 car...
I guess right now.
I guess now, yeah. So Remy's going to follow the 41 of Joel Musa past the 20 Spectral Rancor. Spectral Rancor is going to try and slot back down in there, but not quite enough room. They're door banging the 10 and the 20. The 8 car is going to come up to help with the 23 in tow. Or 33 in tow, excuse me. But overall, a very nice little bit of racecraft there. And that's going to put our boy, Joel Musa, into the lead, but not for long if Spectral Rancor has anything to say about it. He tries to go to the outside with the 8. The 10 car and the 41 is going to... They're going to push each other away from them. And now everyone's back in one line. But, you know, these guys are going to get their runs back, get those engines wound up, and then try and go for another run at the 41 car here. As we're already just about 10 laps into this race, AJ. Now, from what you've seen, do you think this package is... how do you think this package compares to what we saw in the Rookie Showcase?
I saw, like, a little bit of the Rookie Showcase, but I mean, I think it's a lot less single file, I would say.
Oh,
a lot more people getting runs. Oh my goodness.
Those guys were 3 wide. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, a lot more people getting runs, and I guess more wrecks because they're beating and banging back there.
There too. And Spectral, who did a blowover earlier, I believe, is back in the lead. And the 41 car tries to come up under the yellow line. I wonder if that'll be a penalty. He went down there on his own accord, kind of, and then came back up. You know, going below the yellow line it's not only a move you can do to illegally pass someone. You can also take someone's line away.
Oh, there goes the 41.
And he's up on his side. That's going to bring out the caution. This is the race back. The 20 car is able to hold it. The 09 crashes, goes backwards, blows over a little bit, keeps it straight, gets pounded hard by another car coming up on him. And Joel Musa immediately takes the blame for that wreck. That was a pretty terrible block there from Joel. So AJ, if we can just get a replay of that, you can break it down for us.
Well, let's maybe get a
replay. Apparently we don't have a replay. This is a tragedy.
You're kidding me.
Kidding. This is horrible.
Be better. I'm just kidding.
No, we love you, Icky. Icky was tabbed out. This is sad. Now, Shulk is asking if he can reinstall Roblox really quickly. Now, because this is Shulk, we don't know if he's, being truthful or not. But so far, Spectral Rancors have driven a great race, Very adventurous race, and we're going to get a replay of that 3 wide action here in a moment. Let's see that 3 wide action. This was in the lead up to the wreck. This is earlier in the lap, and we can see how aggressive those guys are here in just a second as they pull it up. But AJ, we're seeing guys get real aggressive, and already I think this is more cautions in the rookie showcase. So these veteran drivers are racing a lot more aggressive.
A lot more people getting runs. Oh my goodness.
Do you think that's a difference in those guys are 3 wide, new confidence? Well, why do you think these guys are wrecking more?
A lot more people getting runs, and I would say because they don't have anything to fight for, really. I mean, what is this race about? Like, what are we doing here? I'm not saying that as a negative thing, but like, what is this race for? This isn't for anything. So these drivers make more risks, take more risks, have more confidence in their cars, and doing stuff on the track.
I'd agree with you full-heartedly on that. Because this race isn't counting for points, there's no big old cash prize or anything. Guys are going to take risks because it's really just a fun race under the BIRA rules. Just a fun little race before the season for all the guys who qualified for it. And of course there's bragging rights and, winning the race and getting practice plate racing. But it's really, I'm sure that Matt's going to just completely change the package before the season. Yeah. And Commander Remy is claiming that someone is going too fast.
I would say this package is good. I like this package.
I mean, good, but Matt is always chasing perfection, as those league owners always are.
Yeah, I never did that.
As we see JF Abbott get to the lead, that's Casanova. I'm not sure what we're supposed to call him, actually.
I do not know.
I don't know. I almost called him Casablanca during the pre-race.
Casablanca.
It's a good movie.
I've never seen that movie before.
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
Maybe I should.
So that's AJ. That's AJ's post-race. You should take the money you earned from commentating on this race and buy a DVD of it.
Buy a DVD.
Good fiscal habits are not something we teach on Jackal Racing Network. All we teach is racing.
Yeah.
So the 33 car is going to be leading here. Jay Abbott. That name sounds like a slur.
That doesn't sound good.
It does not sound good. This is why you see. I should have learned that. My username is ass. Okay, it's pronounced ass. It's an ascetical, right? I should have thought about that before I shortened it on every platform. But unfortunately, sometimes we make mistakes when naming ourselves, and Jay Abbott has certainly made a mistake while naming himself. As we come to the line.
Oh, it's his phone. Remy was hearing the commentating through his phone.
Nah, he's just a schizophrenic. As the Pontiac Grand Prix pace car comes down pit road, Jay Abbott is going to almost get turned on the start as they come down towards turn 1. Guys are checking up behind him. He goes high with a 20. 38, a train wreck's going to come through here. Spectral's going to try and make his way down. He doesn't. 33 hanging tight on the outside with no help. Jay Abbott's going to lose the lead here. Can he get down behind Trainwreck? He's just about able to. And Trainwreck now holds the lead of this race once again. 41 of Joel Musa peeks outside with Jay Abbott. They're not going to co, though. As we get closer to 10 to go in this race, AJ, it's go time for these guys. They got to start making moves to get to the front so they can make the move to win the race. And I mean, it's a clash, so there's no points. So it's all or nothing, You're going for the win or nothing, There's no points. There's no second place prize. No participation trophies. This is racing at its purest. You're going for the win and nothing else. So I think that's certainly what these guys are thinking right now.
Yeah,
but AJ,
definitely.
now, if we come down towards the end of it, I have a question for you. As somebody who used to drive commonly on this platform and still does drive occasionally,
very occasionally.
Yeah. What's the strategy here? Like, if you're at the back, do you want to go outside and start taking chances, or do you want to just stay on the bottom and let people wash up in front of you and just keep taking spots?
I would say stay patient here. I don't want to be ducking out to the outside when there's no help. Like, take opportunities, but like be patient for mistakes and, well, as they go towards the high side. Anyway, be patient for mistakes in front of you and be patient for cautions, because You never know when a caution's gonna come out in these
And
races.
here's the tandem draft from the 8 and the 33. They're able to stay hooked for an entire corner. That gets Jay Fabbit back to the lead. But the 8 car isn't able to go up with him. And now the 38 pushes the 33 away. And we're starting to see a little bit more bump drafting now as the 38 actually shoved the 33 out of line. He's going to try and send it down the inside of him in turn 1. 33 lets up a little bit. I think he's just going to file back into the row as the 8 car and the 20 almost got a run outside. He probably could have retaken the lead if the 8 car had gotten to him in time, but he was unable to. And AJ, that's what you're talking about, just being patient. There's guys who gain spots right there because these guys shuffle themselves up. And I think that's a valid strategy. You know, just keep catfishing, be on the bottom there, be a bottom feeder, just wait for people in front of you to mess up until it's time to really go, you know?
Yeah.
Top 8 guaranteed now for Shulk. And you see, Shulk is he's a positivist, isn't he, AJ?
Yeah.
Eternal optimist. Is Jay Fab goes to the outside.
Yeah.
As Trainwreck comes up to block.
I would say at this rate, if they form 2 lanes, these people are in the back are gonna be catching up a little bit.
Yeah, especially, I mean, these guys are too wide right now. Now, if you're at the back, you got to pick a lane and hope that choice, that's a good choice. And the 41 and, see, I think for Joel and for
there they go.
On the high side, car flips, keeps it straight though.
Kind
and
of.
I believe we'll say green. Yeah, no caution. Caution will come out, but a delay there. So they're going to race back to the line. Now, AJ, on this race back, I think they're just going to send it because you want to gain spots right here.
Yeah, definitely. Any position that's higher is better, I would say.
AJ, you have just explained racing at its most basic, and that's why.
Yes. I realized while I was saying it, that was like
that is a fundamental fact of racing.
Yeah.
I said they were going to send it on this race back. Apparently, they're just going to let Trainwreck get a 10-car length advantage. So Trainwreck leads the field coming back to the caution, followed by Spectral, followed by Jay Fabbit, and then everyone else follows in line behind them. So AJ, that's our 3rd caution, and this is only a 65-mile race about.
I mean...
And Joel Musa got sideways on Reynos's bumper. Reynos? Oh, Remus.
What?
Remy. Oh, I was confused.
What did you say?
I thought Reynos was here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, replay. Coming
helmet.
up on a replay here.
Yeah, we get a replay. Let's look at this here. That's a good choice. And the 41 too wide. 33's on the outside. I think for Joel and
there they go.
On the high side, I have no idea what happened back there. Straight though, like
I
watched it happen live. I thought it was a stack up, but there was no stack up.
I think Scorch Zero just got washed up on the bottom. He hit the apron probably.
Did we get a second replay? I think that deserves a second look. 3rd look actually.
10 looks.
Yeah, so here we go. Here's another look. You're watching these cars in the back. The 8 cars out there. Yeah, he just washed up. And
there they go. Got to
turn. Car flips. I think maybe he forgot to. Or he got a little bit of a wiggle down there, and he just got sent right up into the outside, almost to the outside wall. I mean, if that car wasn't there, he would have smacked it. But the 8 car, just a passenger there. You know, you got to feel bad for ChrisBaldPaul. He just kind of got taken out, blown out. You know, he just got beaten. You got bullied there for no reason on accident.
Say the second one again.
Yeah, we're saying more sus things than Al Michaels right now, man, or Joe Buck. Maybe not Joe Buck. I don't know. But here we are. Pace car will not pull off, and everyone's going to come down pit road again, except for one adventurous soul. That is Joel Musa in the 41 machine.
Man,
who
what a
earlier
trooper.
in this race just flipped over, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's just going to lead that lap. Or will he? I don't think he led the lap.
Well,
I
don't know.
Well, that was a good call then. AJ, this pit cycle is very important. Remy says that Trainwreck is fast on pit road. Trainwreck says nothing and just continues speeding on pit road and getting away with it. Apparently. As Matt, I wonder if Matt's looked at that. I know Matt listens to this during the race. So Matt, you should look at that, man.
Look, please.
Look, please. Now maybe Remy just has more pit. I don't know. Maybe a couple of guys have different limiters. I know that can happen if you get your scripts mixed up or something. I don't know. And the pace car brake checking the field. I like that. Keep them on their toes. For too long, pace cars have been bullied by the car at the front of the line. Remember Dale playing with Elmo? You know? Remember that clip? I mean, that's happened for too long. I think it's time these pace cars got revenge and and got back at these cars, especially in a non-points race like this where it doesn't mess anyone up. We're going to listen to the radio here.
We'll go green this time. GTT. 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 Guns this time. I like that.
Yeah. And
And here we go, coming to the restart zone. Joel Musa holding the lead, the 38 following him. And green flag is out. Joel has got Trainwreck on his bumper. Trainwreck's got Remy, and Remy's got a whole pack of cars looking for positions. 38 tries to get to the inside. Big run! Here we go.
Man,
Commander Remy
Remy.
just shoving his way to the front. Gets into second, though, after that move. And a great job there by Joel Musa on older tires to hold on to the lead.
Man, Commander Remy just launched like a rocket to second place. He was back in like fourth, right?
Oh, he turns the 41 for the lead!
That was a
He's
shove
lost
from
the
Trainwreck that caused that one.
Trainwreck with a huge run. I mean, that shades of Austin Dillon right there, though, from the 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just got on his bumper, and he didn't even wiggle around. He just got turned for Joel Musa. I think these bumpers, I mean, these cars' bumpers line up pretty perfectly, so
Here's a
I guess he
replay.
has to hold on to the lead while getting the push.
Man,
That's a
Commander
busted
Remy just launched like a rocket to
Here's a
second
replay of
place.
that.
He was back in like fourth, right?
Oh, he turns the 41 for the lead! There, they just got turned, and that's what you see in the pack, is that guy in front of you, Rex. 33 car going high, though, 10 car side drafting. Commander Remy trying to hold on to the lead as Jay Fabbitt on the outside holds it for just a second. And now he's going to have some help from Trainwreck and ChrisBaldPaul into the picture for the first time today. AJ, where's ChrisBaldPaul been? He's just kind of been sitting in the back like you were talking as we go 3 wide.
Yeah. He waited for his moment, and his moment is now.
And the 33 now gets turned just about.
Okay, maybe not right now.
Yeah, and here comes ChrisBaldPaul down the inside. Big move here from Trainwreck. Remy's orphaned on the outside, AJ. That has to suck for Remy.
Man,
right there.
he
He's doing
just-
everything right.
He just got let out to dry, man. Nothing he could do about that one.
Yeah, tough scene. And now Trainwreck, he's going to have a push here from Remy if he wants it, I assume, as we get a 2-car wreck at the back. Those guys will keep it straight, but they're going to be on the tail end of the draft. It'll take them a while to get it back. And the 38 checks up. He had a chance to maybe go high there. Didn't take it. He's going to stay behind the 8-car. ChrisBaldPaul, followed by Trainwreck, followed by Remy. And behind them, somebody we've talked quite a bit about today, Scorch Zero, who's at an adventurous
Remy
day up
is
inside the
so
top 10
skilled.
now.
He could type and drive.
Breaking up
like
the
no
draft
one
now
else.
is Remy going high, not letting them follow him. Excuse me, not Remy, ChrisBaldPaul. My apologies. The 2 red cars. That's a nice looking Bud car there, isn't it, AJ?
Yeah, definitely. It's I guess a reproduction of the Dale Jr. car that he used to run a lot.
That is a car
Wait,
that
I thought not
even a
won
Ford.
at Daytona 3 times, maybe 4.
Yes.
That was a very successful car, the DEI number 8 back in the day, back before Teresa happened, you know. And now the 8 car is gonna have a choice to make. They're probably gonna end up going 2 wide behind him here, I reckon. Apparently, we're gonna get sued by Teresa Earnhardt.
We're gonna get sued.
That is a habit Teresa Earnhardt has.
That is
so
true.
we gotta watch out.
That is true.
Now the 8 car, they're just letting him get away. They're just
Yeah, this
letting
is like
him-
the 2001 Pepsi 400 when nobody could pass him.
Uh-huh. I mean, now we're getting sued for copyright infringement and for defamation of Teresa Earnhardt. Good job, AJ.
Yeah.
Trainwreck
Okay.
gets
Let's
back to him.
let's
gonna
listen
throw
in
it
on the
over.
radio.
No, you're good.
I froze on
What?
the backstretch, and I was assuming
Come on,
where the
Schultz.
turn
You
was.
gotta work. You gotta work with Speckle.
Speckle.
Michael?
Speckle.
What is that? Not his name? Are you gonna tell me it's not
Well,
Speckle?
okay, we might have
And
an
he just-
actual.
Fucking
Possible.
Schultz just lets him go. He tries.
That was a nice little sound bit right there. As ChrisBaldPaul continues to hold the lead in that number 8 car. We're coming to 2 to go this time. They're trying to back it up to get to him, I believe, AJ. I believe that's what's happening.
Yeah, they're trying to bump draft each other so they can get that slinky effect.
Mm-hmm. And
Somewhat.
we used to talk about that a lot in the old block leagues, the slinky effect. Everybody gets bunched up and they get a ton of speed, and the guy who's left out to dry at the front gets slingshotted. Now the 8 car goes high, gives a little bit of a block there. That was a tiny little block as the 38 looked like he was going to pull out, but here comes the big move. Maybe not. They come back down to the bottom, nearly turning each other. And ChrisBaldPaul continues to hold it. Here comes the 38 with a huge run on the outside. Trainwreck might be able to clear him here. We'll see what that 10 does. Trainwreck clears him. And that is a new leader. Trainwreck with 2 to go now holds the lead of this race. ChrisBaldPaul with a big push onto the 38 car. Gets to the inside, gives him a little nudge. And now remember the overtime rules here. There is no overtime. This is a good old-fashioned Winston Cup League. If there's a big old wreck here at the end, that ends it. And they got to race back to the line, AJ. So these guys have to have that in their mind. There's no second chances. It's do or die.
Here comes Commander Remy.
Out to the front. What a move that
Ice with the run.
I am speed in the chat. But he's got a long time, and he's going to have to rely on more than speed to get back to the line in one piece, leading this race, AJ.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in this final lap. I mean, the 8 is catching up pretty
8
quickly.
catches him, he gets underneath and nearly turns him, coming to the white flag. Now, if they make it to the line, I think all bets are off, because then people know there's going to be a finish and you can just send it. But here we go, to the line, white flag in the air, Commander Remy leads it, ChrisBaldPaul in second, and those two have been the story of the later stage of this race, along with Trainwreck, who's back in 4th. Scorch Zero, currently in 3rd, good place for him, he's got to try and do something with it as they go 3 wide, Trainwreck into the wall, collects Spectral Rancor at the back, but here we go. They're going to back it up, and they're going to see if they can get to the 10, as the 10 has a 5-car length advantage. It's narrowly closing.
Here comes the 8.
He's got no help, though. He's just going to have to try and make a move without help. He goes to the inside, makes a little bit of contact. The 41 gets sent sideways, and now they're going to have to make one last push to try and get around Commander Remy. ChrisBaldPaul. He's got Scorch Zero behind him. Where does Scorch go? As Chris goes to the outside, can't get the run. Here comes Trainwreck. Trainwreck's going to give the 8 a big push, but the 8 gets shoved down into the 9 car. And here we go. Commander Remy only has to hold it for a few more seconds. Pulling out is ChrisBaldPaul. It's not going to be enough. Commander Remy wins the BIRA Clash with some great plate racing moves as they wreck at the line, as always.
Wow,
that
finish was
a very good bit of racing right there for Commander Remy.
It was a finish.
It was a finish. It certainly was. And now Joel Musa is currently getting all worked up. I mean, I'd be worked up too. He kind of got wrecked.
I mean,
but
kind of.
You know, that's what happens.
No.
So Commander Remy does win this race,
Race is over.
AJ.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Chris, I would have pushed you if I could have gone with you. It's just Joe was on towards my quarter panel, so I couldn't move up with you fully.
All right, guys, please bring it down pit road, and I will give Remy his stuff.
We'll tap him.
Okay, there we go.
We see the 10 car getting all of his love taps. The pace car comes out to tap him. Pace car ran into a lot of things today, AJ, including the winner.
Yeah.
Commander Remy's going to come down here, do his burnouts. AJ, what is your opinions on that race we just saw?
I mean, it was a race. I would say.
It was a clash. I mean, we expected a complete, crap fest, and it delivered. I think that's what you want from the Clash, though. That is what the Clash is. The Clash is a no-holds-barred, really short race between all the series' best drivers where they just get to race without a filter, And that is exactly
definitely
the kind of magic that you expect from the Clash.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very entertaining race, I would say. I was fairly entertained.
I was very entertained, and I'm very impressed by Commander Remy keeping his composure at the end and just sitting on the bottom and not letting those guys behind him get to him. I mean, he did a good job of defending, did a great job of getting himself the win in this race, and we're going to bring him in for an interview here in a moment.
Hopefully.
So I'm just going to pull him in without warning. I actually can't pull him in this server. You're going to have to move him in for us, Icky. I don't have permissions to move people. You're just going to have to drag him in. Because I don't.
Oh, man, I can't. Dang it.
Do you, AJ? Icky,
No, I
you have
don't.
admin. Can you bring him in here? Here we go. Commander Remy, you won the race. It was the Clash. Tell me, how was the Clash for you?
Oh, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Definitely for the real race, you're gonna see a lot of teamwork and stuff. But yeah, we saw a little bit of that today, just not to the full extent, because obviously we don't have as many cars. But Yeah.
Now tell me, what does winning the Clash mean to you? Does it mean anything at all? Because I know there's some guys who love winning these non-point spectaculars, and other guys who just look at them and think, whatever. So, like, what does it mean to you winning this race?
Obviously it means a lot. I think what I won the most was the experience gained and getting ready for the actual race. Um, uh, yeah, I think that's the best part of this, and it's what I'm going to take away the most.
AJ, you got anything for him?
Commander Remy, very good race for you. How did you pull it off, man?
I just think I got lucky. Chris didn't get the support he needed, and I blocked him really aggressively because I obviously need to win it. And yeah, I'm just happy I got it.
Yeah, very nice.
I think that was a great bit of plate racing there, and I think AJ can attest as well that if those guys behind you got organized, it may have been a different story. But that was kind of the story of the day: is people not getting organized. Do you think that was just because of the small field count, or do you think it's this guy's racing hard because it's a Clash and it's the Clash?
I think it's a little bit of both. Definitely, I think the main factor would be there's not enough cars. Eventually, we're gonna see like 4-man trains, and it's just gonna be insane the runs we get from that many cars stacked up together.
It seemed like sometimes the runs were coming from nowhere today, man. That's what it looked like to me, at least from an outsider's perspective. How do you get those big runs on the outside without much help?
Yeah, the bump draft system is a bit iffy. There's a way you can slow down, and then the other person bumps you, and you get an instant speed boost. So you can use that to your advantage by slowing down and then gaining the time via bump draft.
All right. So gaming the system is the way to do plate racing. That's how plate racing works in real life. It's just trying to do as much as you can, to get any sort of little advantage because everyone's already dragging out pretty much. So, yeah. We're going to try and get the second and third place cars for interviews. But yeah, this is the last stream from JRN for a while, I believe until the 26th or 7th. So me and AJ have had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But we're going to try and get second and third in the channel if we can get Icky in here to drag him in. But thank you, Remy. Congratulations on your win. Anything else you want to say? We usually let the guy just lead it off with a shout out or whatever.
Nope. Just make sure to watch Jocko Racing Network's stream at Texas for Jackal. And yeah, nothing much.
Yeah, thank you. He's doing our job for us, AJ.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, then Icky Remy.
All right, no problem.
Icky and I both don't know who got second because we weren't really looking. I was just trying to see if they could get to him. I didn't.
Yeah.
Chris is second. Chris isn't here. This is a tragedy.
Well,
who can we drag in? Can we just interview Remy a second time and pretend he's Chris?
Yeah.
So Chris, you got some. I'm not gonna do that. I haven't had any beer tonight. It'd only be funny if I was like Slizzard. Who got P3? I don't know, Icky. I don't think me and H. The guys second, third, fourth, and fifth. The board is wrong. I know that.
Yeah.
And I was watching the race, but I was kind of calling it. Wasn't really processing the positions. So we don't know who got P3. This is terrible news for the people who wanted to see an interview with the guy who got third. Can we just interview JFab instead? I think he got third. I thought it was him. He got third or fourth.
He got a position, that's for sure.
We're going to watch. Icky has the finish up for us so we can look at it again. Let's see here.
Oh, it lagged.
All right, so 09
is
lagged. Second. So that would be Scorch 0. But Scorch 0... Okay, he's here. We can get Scorch. He's 09. He's Timmy Ivy in the VC.
Very good.
He's unmuted, so we better. If he doesn't have a mic, that'd be very awkward. Just drag him in here, and we'll get the flash interview. Just drag. Well, did he leave VC right as we?
VC now.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Me and AJ would usually be able to drag people in here, but we can't for some reason. I don't know how that happened.
Very terrible.
Very terrible. This is all Matt's fault. That's a nice thing about
For real.
rookie beer races is we can just insult Matt. Here he is. Scorch Zero, you had an adventurous race out there, man. Just tell us how it was from your perspective.
Well, I wasn't doing so well. I had a lot of input delays. I tried to push my former teammate up the track, but Trainwreck was kind of holding me back at certain points. So I tried my best to help the 8 out there, but it just didn't work out for me.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah,
came home with second, so I'm happy. Technically, my best finish here too.
That's nice. Now, I've asked this question to every driver because a lot of people, they talk differently about the Clash, and it's just nice hearing drivers' opinions, not just the talking heads, me and AJ. How do you think about the Clash? Do you think of it as like a chance to gain experience, or as a full-fledged race that you're trying your hardest to win? How do you think about it?
I mean, you wouldn't be trying your hardest because you're not gaining points off of it, but it's definitely something that some people view as more valuable in a way, because it's more of this one of a time. Well, not one of a time, but it's once a season in a way. So you don't have it come around very often. But something like All-Star race is obviously going to be a little more valuable than a Busch Clash.
This race had another. Was it like the Subway Showdown? But I thought that was the name of the rookie race. We have Matt in here right now, actually. Matt.
Yeah, you dingus. Why do you think I didn't like the friggin' the Subway Showdown package? I love the Showdown.
You were talking about it like, oh, we gotta change the package after the race.
No!
Yes, you were.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're
We
crazy.
need to have a segment where we just insult Matt.
Yeah, can we add that to the pre-race show next week? Just insulting Matt.
Yeah, on AAC Sports,
Yeah, we can
right?
do it. We can do it.
Live on AEC Sports and JRN. Insulting Matt.
Insult.
Actually,
Matt.
it will just be you
I
guys
agree with
next
that.
week.
I agree with that. Put that on the screen, Nicky. Put that on the screen. Put that up there.
Wait, did he
And
actually put it on the
it's
screen?
transparent so they can't see it. Nicky, no.
No.
Why is it transparent? It's the top layer. What?
Come on.
Yeah! Let's go. Oh my god, it's so...
Oh my goodness. It's wide. It's wide.
Nicky, you messed it up.
Y'all can't see it, but like
It's
the
really
M,
funny.
it's-
You can't see it.
M.
The next week, brought to you by the letter M.
Yeah, I don't know what the next race that I'm commentating here is, but I really enjoy it, Matt. It's
By
always
the way,
nice to
Remy,
the owner.
I try to. I know Chris was giving you a lot of pressure, but good job on the win.
Matt.
What?
Oh,
What?
Matt, what's
is
the next race?
what is
What's
he?
the next race, Matt?
It's on AAC Sports.
That's a big M.
Matt is Matt!
What? I don't know what's going on.
Matthew is completely oblivious.
Matt
Matt, it just says
obliterated
Matt
as
on
well.
the screen.
Matt has been absolutely BTFO.
Matt has been
Matt
acknowledged.
is.
Matt is
Is question mark?
is what? What are
He
you?
is.
Matt?
Wow.
He is.
He just is. Sometimes it is nice to just be. I sometimes we can all learn from Matt in that case. But yeah, the next race is on
Nice.
AEC Sports for Jack or for Bira, and I hope to do that one. I mean, AJ
Yes.
is obviously going to do that one. I hope.
Yeah, definitely.
AEC Sports race without either AJ. Yeah, this is taking too icky. It's the Clash. Everybody
Okay.
who no one watched it anyways. I think.
Actually, we had
Watch
people
us
pretty
have
active in the
150
chat.
viewers. Yeah, the next Jackal Racing stream's on the 26th. I believe that.
No, you guys.
is
No,
a
it's gonna be
Jackal
on
race.
AAC Sports. You friggin'
And the next,
dingus.
hey, I have to plug this channel first, Matt. It's the next Jackal race. Yeah, it's a Jackal. That's a Jackal
Oh.
race on the 26th.
Yeah.
And then there's an AAC Sports
on.
race for the next Bira race, and I'm gonna be doing that too. So all in all, you just gotta make sure you gotta know where to catch these races. It's always fun
Yeah.
commentating them. Always fun watching them too. I mean, I've been told
Gotta
that these
love
are
me
very
forgetting that it's
entertaining
gonna be
races,
on
Matt.
Jackal.
Thanks
The,
to your
Jackal
amazing
race.
package. Your package is so good, Matt.
Thank
it's
you.
such a nice package.
I have a great package. It's
you
not
have
small.
a really nice package.
What? What are you?
All right, Wiz, you might want to sign off
Just
now.
realized.
Okay. Thank you for watching Jackal Racing Network, the Subway Showdown. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's called.
That's what it was called? Well, I called it the Clash all night.
Okay.
Oops.
we'll see you guys on the 26th on JRN for
cut 'em off,
Jackal Racing Division 1 and AEC Sports next week for the Dodge Dealers 200, 250, I
God.
think, is what
Yeah,
it's called.
200 something.
Oh, and
Yeah,
don't forget
yeah.
about the dual 80s.
Yeah, and the dual
Wow.
80s. I don't know if we're gonna stream those. though.
I want to stream them, but also like they're 80 laps or 80 miles.
Okay.
80 miles.
Anyway,
80.
we'll see you next time
Next
for
week.
Jackal Racing.
Jackal Racing Network.